What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me this morning during my 10,000 steps. I'm in the district area, which is kind of like the strip between downtown and midtown. I haven't walked around here in a little bit, but I probably should, because I too enjoy this area. But I'm gonna do the same plug. 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's the goal. Join me. Let me move this out of the way. That sun behind me blinding me out. Well, not for me. It's blinding me out for y'all. But join me on my 5,000 subscriber grind, and let's get into the topic. It's about finding us at brunch. Ladies, what is going on here? The more and more I tune in to listen to your complaints about not being able to find men, the more I'm learning y'all really just don't understand men at all. What is going on here? You say men don't understand y'all. Man, y'all are absolutely clueless when it comes to men, and we're the considerably more simpler creatures. So I'm here to help y'all out. I seen a lady, she was complaining about not seeing men at brunch. She goes to brunch with the girlfriends, and there's never any men there. It's always just women. Well, no kidding. I mean, really, y'all, come on. Some of this stuff, I'm really surprised that y'all are having such a hard time with, because when have men ever been hanging out at brunch? When have y'all ever known that to be something that we do? You're not gonna find us at brunch. The majority of the time, a productive man is not at brunch. All right, we are already out grinding during those hours of the day. And it was really shocking, because sis, this was a complaint she for real was having. She really couldn't believe that at brunch there are no men. Y'all, we do not do brunch. We never have. That's why I said, what's really going on here? Y'all cannot be this clueless to how men operate. You can't be. I'm sorry. I'm almost wondering if this is an act, if we being trolled, because y'all really can't be this level of oblivious to how men move. To actually make a video complaining that you don't see men in a spot that historically men have never been is wild to me. What I gotta ask y'all, for the ladies that are tuning in, when in your life have you dated a man that did brunch? I gotta know that one for real. When in your life have you dated a guy that did brunch? We're not talking about theory fighting. We're not talking about speculating. What men have you dated in your life that went to brunch? I mean, really, that's not where we at, man. Guys are out here grinding. Guys are out here chasing that bag. Don't no grown-ass man had time to be sitting at brunch. I mean, next you're going to be talking about some you confused because you don't see him at the salon. Or at the place you get your nails did. There are just certain places you're not going to find brothers at. Or any men, actually. Not just us. This goes for any man. Certain places you just not going to find us at. You know, I know it's a weird place right now. The world is weird. You're starting to get men playing women's sports, and you're starting to get men showing up in the women's bathroom. But those aren't the guys you want. So you get men finding, you get men showing up in weird places that they really shouldn't be, but those aren't the men you checking for. The men you are checking for, stop looking for them in places that you and your homegirls hang out at. You know, men are at the barbershop. Men are at the gym, which, y'all, look. sisters, the gym, the reason why you don't know that men are at the gym is because y'all really ain't going there. 80% of black women are obese or morbidly obese. So clearly y'all aren't at the gym. So that might be one of the reasons why y'all confused on where to find men. You're looking for men where you eat at instead of where you work out at. So that could be one problem there. That can kind of explain a little bit about this disconnect. But men are at sporting events. Men are at the barber shop. Men are at the gym. Men are at work. Men are not out for brunch. Men, listen, in a lot of cases, men don't even get lunch. All right? For a lot of men, their first meal isn't until the afternoon. I'm not talking about late afternoon. Their first meal ain't until like 2, 3 o'clock. So not only are they not available for brunch, but the traditional hours known for getting lunch, they not there either. They are getting a late lunch. It just is what it is. Like, ladies, how are you this oblivious to how men operate? How are you this confused about why you're not finding men in certain places? I mean, and I mean this sincerely. This sounds so crazy to me because I really want to know where this idea came from. Who put this in y'all head of a brunch spot would ever be somewhere that men would show up at? I'm genuinely curious of that. I mean that sincerely. This is not me trolling. I really want to know where that idea came from, because it had to come from somewhere. Did y'all hear some female influencers say this or something? I don't know. Y'all gotta understand, reality TV ain't real. That stuff is all scripted and whatnot. So just because you saw some female influencer or Basketball Wives or something like that do brunch with her boyfriend or her husband or whatever, that's not real life, man. Grown ass men not out here at no brunch spots. So y'all gotta stop taking stuff you see on television, especially these absurd reality shows, and trying to copy and paste it and apply it to real life. It's just not gonna work. So those are the places you're gonna find men usually. And if you're not looking to go to those places, then you're not gonna run into men. Because men, you see less and less men at the mall nowadays. And I know, because I go to the mall. I still go to the mall regularly. I think I go to the mall, I don't know, sometimes once a week, sometimes once every other week. You know, I go to the Apple store. You know, I might stop there on my way to do something else, just get something to eat. But for one reason or another, I do end up at the mall. And I see for myself, there's less and less men at the mall. There's like no men out there in the social scenes. So you're finding men less and less out there in the places that before you would find men. But y'all aren't even complaining about that. It'd be one thing if you were complaining about a lack of men in places that men typically were at, which to an extent you have been. The bars, the clubs, men would be there before, now they're not and you're complaining. But now y'all are going the extra step of complaining that men aren't in places that they never were anyway. Again, it's like, where do you draw the line out? Are you gonna start complaining that you don't see men at the salon and men at the nail shop? What's going on? Men do not do brunch. We never really have. There are some men that do brunch, but again, those aren't the men that you checking for. Those are men playing for a different team. The men you're checking for, we out here on the grind. Ain't nobody got time to be doing brunch. I mean, even lazy, retired dudes, and I don't want to say lazy because they retire, but I'll just say retired dudes. Retired dudes aren't at brunch, and they're lazy kids. We'll go there. They're lazy kids who never worked a day in their life. Even they don't be at brunch like that, man. That's just not really a place for dudes. You're always gonna find your girlfriends there or other women there. That's just y'all scene, you know. Start looking at better places for your peeps. Right? The dudes that you want, do some better research, something like that, before you start complaining about the fact that there's a lack of men in an area that there's always been an absence of men. So I'm gonna leave it there, man. I'm gonna keep stepping. Appreciate y'all connecting with me. Road to 5,000. Ride along. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.